The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Local sports now.
It's the 302 Sports Friday night downstate game of the week. Welcome to Delaware's premier high school football pregame show, brought to you by Sodell Concepts, 12 chef-driven restaurants on the culinary coast in southern Delaware. Now let's go live to your host of the Sodell Concepts pregame show, Benny Mitchell.
Local sports.
Hello, everybody. Benny Mitchell here alongside Dave Frederick. Welcome to Schallenberger Field on the campus of Laurel High School. You're watching the Sodell Concepts pregame show on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. It's homecoming here in Laurel, and under Superintendent Sean Larimore, it's not just a football game. It's halftime festivities, a dance. It's a weekend full of community activities, kicking off with a homecoming parade last night. But today we have a Class A top 5 matchup as the number 1 Laurel Bulldogs, 5-0 on the season, host the number 3 Odessa Ducks, who are 3-2. And don't let that 3-2 record fool you. Those 2 losses for Odessa were up in class to McKean and undefeated and number 5 ranked Carabel in Class AA. The Ducks pitched a 19-0 shutout over Indian River earlier in the season. The Bulldogs, however, on a 9-game winning streak, 5-0 this season, which includes wins over 2A opponents Sussex Tech, Brandywine, and Woodbridge. They have outscored their opponents 230-13. That's an average of 45 points a game, and over half their games have been played up in class. Let me bring in my broadcast partner for today's game, Dave Frederick. Dave, this afternoon we get to enjoy an old-fashioned Western Sussex County homecoming, as well as we get to see a new team on the Delaware sports landscape, the Odessa Ducks.
Benny, it is great to be here in Laurel on a Saturday morning. It is a beautiful day for a game, grass field, great atmosphere. The Odessa Ducks are out there. They look like the Oregon Ducks.
Right.
And it is going to be interesting to see them. The 21-0 victory over Indian River is intriguing because, Indian River beat Seaford.
Correct.
But Laurel, 17 seniors. Odessa, 0 seniors.
Right.
They don't have any seniors in their school. So they're the returning state champs. Laurel is. They're on a 9-game winning streak, and they're the team to beat until proven otherwise.
And we talk about the grass field. It's Bermuda grass. And got the Bulldog painted in the middle of the field, got the checkerboards for homecoming.
Yeah.
They do things right over here in Laurel. Head coach Dan Pritchard leads Odessa into his second full season of varsity football. He is now 6-10 record and has yet to see a senior class in this newly opened Appoquinimink School District. He's 0-2 versus Laurel. The Ducks are led on offense by Jacoby McBean and Azir Bellamy, who we will talk about a little later in the pregame. Junior quarterback J.C. Alley is 18 of 41 for 145 yards. He commands the Ducks' run-heavy offense with a short passing game. He has thrown 5 interceptions this year compared to his 1 touchdown. Defensively, the Ducks, they're ball hawks. Ethan Van Berken Jr., 26 tackles and 3 tackles for a loss and a sack, and has a pick 6. And Bernie Green, a sophomore, has 5 interceptions on the season. That could be key if Odessa can slow down the Laurel run game and force them to pass. Shockley has not thrown the ball, nor has he had to throw the ball much this season.
Yeah, and, I don't think that's because he can't. I think the kid can throw the ball. Just like you said, I don't think he's had to. The future's bright for Odessa, and watching them on film, they're really tough up front on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, the entire district's got a rich football history, and this is going to be one of those measuring sticks along the way to measure how far they've grown since last year.
Right, and they got another school coming in that district, Summit. They're getting ready to – I think they've already built an elementary and a middle, and they're getting ready to open another high school up there.
They got a huge campus up there, yes.
They're going to be, from what I understand, the Summit Aviators.
Good idea.
Good idea, yeah. Joey Jones is emerging as one of the top young coaches in Delaware. In his 4th season as head coach of the Bulldogs, he has a 27-10 career record, winning the District 2 title as well as the Class A state title last year. Jones was the District 2 Coach of the Year. Four-year starting quarterback Caden Shockley leads the offense with Laurel jumping out to early leads in their run game, Sockley has not thrown the ball much this year. He's rushed for 2 TDs this season. The Dogs on defense have been the backbone. 3 shutouts this season and have allowed opponents just 4 points per game. All Class A linebacker Evan Collins, he has a motor, and he is the heartbeat of this defense. Dave, Odessa will not only be looking for their first win over Laurel, but their first score. The Bulldogs beat them twice last year, 42-0 and 49-0.
Yeah, I mean, Odessa they've obviously they're going to make gains from last year. You know, getting a year experience, another year in the weight room, another year in the system. The question is, how much have they gained?
Right.
And they're in Laurel for homecoming. They had to get up early and drive down here, and they're going to have their work cut out for them here in Laurel.
Folks, when we come back, we'll take a look at the Arena's Deli players to watch in today's game. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon.
And welcome back to Laurel, Delaware. You're watching the Sodell Concept pregame show here on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. It's time for the Arena's Deli's players to watch in today's game. Arena's Deli's 6th location, the original location downtown Rehoboth Beach. Arena's Cafe on Highway 1 Rehoboth. In Lewis at the Village of 5 Points. At the airport in Georgetown. Milford and the new Arena's Pub on Highway 1 in Lewis. So let's start with the Ducks. And we're going to talk 3 guys we're going to look at today. Is number 1, Jacobry McBean, a sophomore running back. 35 carries, 284 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Also 6 receptions for 45 yards this season.
Yeah, Benny, watching him on film, he can get to the edge in a hurry, and when he gets there, he can break it off. He can break off a big play. He's going to need to have a big game for them today. And
number 5, Chase Beline, sophomore running back, 35 carries, 260 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 receptions for 31 yards this year.
Yeah. And this kid runs with power, and he's one of those guys you can see he does a good job of getting his shoulders upfield and running north and south.
And number 24, Azir Bellamy, junior running back, 81 carries for 377, 6 TDs, 2 receptions, 20 yards on his receptions. He is going to be their go-to guy in this game.
Yeah, and the other thing that this kid can do is he can block. And 6 TDs on the year, and he's going to need a few today.
Right. And let's move over to the Laurel Bulldogs. And first, I'm going to start with number 55, Marquise Thompson. He plays a little bit of defense. You'll see him throughout the game, but he is a guard. He's a big man, but he moves his feet well. I talked to Coach earlier in the season. This is a kid that lost over 60 pounds to get himself in a healthy shape to play football, and he's just a big lineman to run behind.
Yeah, and and he is going to be key today because watching Odessa on film, they're tough up front, so he's going to need to block well today.
And number 33, Evan Collins, he was so huge in their state championship win last year. And when they don't have the ability to cover, they bring pressure, and this is one of the guys they bring.
Right, and he's an old school kid. You don't see a lot of 2 platoon players anymore, and he is a 2 platoon guy, and he's one of the top players in the state.
Last year they lost Javier White, was Mr. Everything. This year is Kylese Wilson, the senior running back linebacker, 41 carries for 505 yards and 11 touchdowns. And you got to figure, he's probably only playing 3/4 of football this year.
No doubt. And like you say, yeah, they lost White, but last year this kid had 2 touchdowns in the state championship game. So he's no stranger to big games, and he looks to loom large today.
Folks, we'll be right back after this commercial timeout. When we come back, Dave and I will break down the X's and O's for tonight's game, what these 2 teams need to do to be successful. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
And welcome back to Laurel's Homecoming. You're watching the Odessa Ducks band on the field. Pretty impressive, Dave. 3 years in school, and they've got a pretty good band here, good size, and
yeah, I'm pretty sure those are some sort of xylophones there in the front,
right.
And they are really making them sound beautiful.
So let's go to our X's and O's, and what do the Ducks? What do they got to do to be successful, Dave? I think they have to find a way. Just find a way in this game. Don't settle for being number 3. Use your weapons, get your athletes the ball in space, and do not play behind the sticks with this Laurel defense.
Again, key, do not play behind the sticks. Good execution on first and second down. They're a run-heavy team. And then sometimes in these games, when you want to find yourself, you find yourself on the offensive line and you start pushing people back and making some gains, and then you can stay in the game.
And for the Laurel Bulldogs, Dave, just be Laurel.
Yeah.
Continue to be the Class A bully.
Yeah.
Bring pressure on defense. Play in the Ducks' backfield. Win this game in the trenches.
Yep, I totally agree with you. Be the bully. You're at home. You've got the crowd here. It's homecoming. Be loose. Be emotional, and good things will happen. Good things have happened for them. They've won 9 straight. Like you said, there's not as much need to cover if you bring a ton of pressure, and really make them make a good throw. Bring pressure, bring the extra person, play man outside, see if they can burn you. If they can't, keep bringing it.
Folks, we're going to take a couple more commercials here, and we'll be back with the pregame coin toss and the national anthem. We'll be right back here on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Looking to stay cool this summer?
At Barclay Heating and Air, we're dedicated to keeping your home comfortable year-round.
Family owned and operated, we provide trusted residential heating and cooling services to customers across Central Delaware. Our experienced technicians offer reliable maintenance and repairs on all major brand HVAC systems. From air conditioners and ductless systems to heat pumps and furnaces, we also sell and install top quality units. No matter your needs, we're committed to getting the job done right with honest and timely service you can count on. Invested in our community, we're proud to help families in more ways than one, sponsoring and donating to many local programs and organizations throughout the area for dependable HVAC services. Give us a shout or a bark at Barclay Heating and Air.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier?
And welcome back to Delaware Live Sports, Downstate Game of the Week, powered by 302 Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell, and providing color for me today is Dave Frederick. Trey Mitchell up top on the camera, and we're short-staffed today. Dave, Marvel not able to be with us this weekend, and my other little cameraman, Matt Westcott, he's got baseball practice. So, got to do his things every once in a while. I guess I don't pay enough. I don't know. I guess what the story is.
Yeah, hey, baseball on a beautiful day like today, or work the camera for your uncle.
Hey, I'm playing baseball.
Yeah.
Your halftime and postgame stats brought to you by Ace Handyman, located in Dover. Ace Handyman covers Kent and Sussex County, as well as southern Newcastle County. Call Nick Peeler today for your fix-it-up needs. Real quick, we'll look at the Class A rankings, the class we're playing in today. And Laurel been number 1 since the beginning. St. E's number 2. They're looking for that rematch in the state finals. And your Odessa Ducks right here today, they've moved up to number 3, followed by Wilmington Charter, Tatnall, Seaford, St. Andrews. Seaford had been number 3 until that lost Indian River.
Yeah, and that kind of surprised me because we saw Seaford early in the year, and they just have a ton of weapons, and they get their people the ball in space. I look for them to rebound. They're gonna have something to say.
Right, and they're going to be coming in here next week. I mean, they had the chance to come in here undefeated. When was the last time Seaford and Laurel played where both teams were undefeated?
Wow,
but
a long time.
They're going to come in with one loss, maybe one loss. I think they're playing this afternoon too. I'm not sure if they played last night or this afternoon. Big shakeup in Class AAA that we really haven't had last night, Dave. Middletown, the number 1 team in the state, they get knocked off by Slazy-Anneman. And that's a rivalry game, and the Sows came down into Middletown and took it away.
That was a really surprising win for them. I mean, obviously Slazy-Anneman was well coached and a really good team, but Middletown's just been the cream of the crop, and they really haven't had problems with Slazy-Anneman recently, and they took an L last night.
That's their first in-state loss this season. And then after 3 and 4, Dover ranked number 3, Sussex Central ranked number 4, and Sussex Central pulls the upset, and not so much that I was surprised. Yeah, I did pick against them, but I was more surprised it was 21-0, and in the first half they shut Kilby down.
Same here, Benny. I mean, it doesn't surprise you that Sussex Central would be playing good defense or that they would make small adjustments based on who they're playing out of their base defense. But to hold Dover scoreless, to me, just seems I certainly wouldn't have had that in the cards.
They were averaging 30 points a game going into last night.
And listen, I saw Dover up close. They are disciplined. They move around. They have athletes everywhere. They've got size. And Kilby is legit. I mean, that kid is legit. And Dover's got a really tough quarterback who runs that offense very well and who just keeps getting better. They'll be back too.
Right, and look out for them, if not by the end of this year, next year, because all those names you just said are back. They're in the underclassmen.
Yes.
Slazy-Anneman, obviously they're going to move up with the big winner of Middletown. Appoquinimink plays today. Cape and Lope with a big win over Cesar Rodney, but they've got the Knights coming into town for their homecoming next weekend.
Yep, and that'll be standing room only. Cape at 4 wins right now is probably more than most people would have predicted they would have had. Good game to start last night. Right. Cesar Rodney just couldn't keep it going.
Right. Your cousin Mike Frederick, the new head coach of Cape, and new to the area, but I imagine after watching film of last night, he's going to go find out who scheduled Sussex Central for homecoming.
Yeah, no question about it. And you might want to ask that anytime. Like, why would you schedule them? Because they travel well down Route 9.
I expect a huge crowd next week.
Yes, I agree.
I'm thinking 4,000 or 5,000 people.
I agree.
So, the Odessa Ducks are on the field. Cape and Lebanon is ranked number 7 in the rankings. As we approach kickoff, it's time to check out the playing conditions with the Turf Report. Bermuda grass, it's in pretty good shape. We did have some rain on Thursday. Actually, it's in excellent shape. 68 degrees at kickoff, and there is a little bit of a wind, and it feels like it's blowing towards us. So it's a cross-field wind. Take the time to thank some of our sponsors for 2022. Barclays Heating and Air, Capstone Homes, Ace Hardware Handyman, Juwan Johnson State Farm, Arenas Deli, Active Pest Solution. They sponsor our end of the game, Pest of the Game. Louis Pizza, Player of the Game, 11 Rehoboth Avenue, steps from the beach and boardwalk. Lasher's Barbecue in the Red Zone. Sodell Concepts, now 21 chef-driven restaurants along the culinary coast in southern Delaware. Sunbelt Rentals and Grandpa Max are new sponsors for this year. It's time for kickoff. The Laurel Bulldogs coming to the dog into the tunnel. Playing the champs are here.
Hey, why not?
Right.
They're here.
Impressive state championship win last year.
Yes.
I think a lot of people had St. Elizabeth pegged as the team to beat, and Joey Jones and the Dogs are not going to have it. So, Dave, I'll be doing double duty with Dave Marvel not here. I'm going to try to keep the stats. I think I did okay last night, so
yeah,
see if I can pull it off again today.
I'm looking forward to it. Beautiful day for a game.
This is the third time I've done a homecoming game here. In the last couple of years, I got season tickets to Delaware, so I couldn't do their homecoming game. But it is a fun atmosphere. You can see when you walked in, there's all kinds of stuff going on out in front of the stadium.
No doubt. The superintendent just walked by with his varsity jacket on.
And I don't know if you remember him playing.
Oh, yes, I do.
All state in 2 positions.
Yes. 2,000 yards in a season, I'm pretty sure.
I looked at him with that Letterman's jacket. I'm not sure he couldn't suit up right now and play a little defensive tackle.
Agreed.
Sean Larimore, the superintendent, and he's done things right. Not that other superintendents don't, but he's done a really good job over here at Laurel. I mean, several years ago, this school was kind of really down in the dumps. Things weren't going their way. And he's not only brought it back with sports, with the education aspect, too.
He cares.
Right.
He's in. I mean, that's what it takes. He's got a passion for it. And that's what you want in a leader.
Mm-hmm. And he's named almost everything on this property. We got the Schallenberger Field. We got the Mike Norton team room.
Yep. We might need the Paul Komet's video quarterback classroom.
Right. I already asked him if I could get the 20-yard line one day. Tom Fitzgerald wrestling room. He's done a lot here. He's honored the people of the past. So here come the captains for the 2 teams. Laurel in the all red. And you're right, Odessa, they look like Oregon. I'm just waiting for a duck on a Harley to come out here any time now.
Well, they may have it in that band
That's right.
box truck based on how they had about as many band coaches as they have football coaches.
They came in 2 band buses, 2 football buses. So. And you can already see the organization. Look, they already got their special teams off to the side, ready to play.
And that is something that you notice in pregame. You know, you can walk into a stadium, you can watch teams warm up. They have different styles to how they do things. Odessa is definitely organized, and that's important.
So here comes the coin toss. So it appears Laurel has won the toss, and they're going to take the football. They're going to say offense first, Dave. You're in an age a lot of people like to defer.
Yep.
Joey Jones says, give me the ball. I'm putting my offense on the field.
Yep, and so he's got plans to send a message early.
Folks, we're going to cut our mics, turn on the crowd mic for your national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you, Albert. Excellent.
I think they said he was with the IT. Do you have an IT person that can sing the national anthem?
No, I was just going to say, yeah, that's it. I do not have an IT person that can sing like that I know of. And you can tell he's an IT person because he's got his phone on his belt and it's turned sideways.
And just in case he has to go fix something. Yep. Absolutely. So here we go. Laurel will take the ball here on the opening kickoff. They're in their white helmets, red jerseys, red pants, moving from left to right on your screen. And the Odessa Ducks kicking it away. That's going to be number 17, Braden Hill. And they're in the white helmets, white jerseys, and black pants. The Ducks and the Dogs. Back deep is Kylese Wilson and number 22, Xavier Limehouse for the Bulldogs.
I recognize that name.
He's a wrestler, yes, sir.
145-pounder last year.
Yes, he was, yeah. Actually came out of my wrestling club. I had all the Limehouses, actually.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one.
Here we go. Ball is teed up. And away we go. Homecoming here at Laurel. It's going to be picked up at about the 36-yard line. Run out to about the, we'll call it the 44. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Let's set that Bulldogs offense. At the tackles, Owen Chafnich and Brandon Reif. At the guards, Marquise Thompson and Joseph Boehner. The center, Braden Hearn. The quarterbacks, Caden Shockley. Setback, Kylese Wilson. Halfback, Tyrone Kane. Y-back, Xavier Limehouse. And the receivers, Nader Farlow and Brady Lee. And we'll set the defense here in a minute. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 44-yard line. And I talked to Braden Hearn early in the season. He is their signal caller on the line.
Oh, wow. Whoop. Something looked funny in there, but.
No, and it's Kylese Wilson, first play. He's going to pick up about 9. There was all kinds of movement, but.
Yeah, and maybe it was the defense and maybe they didn't get across, but that something certainly looked like it should have stopped before that play took off.
Let's set the defense here for the Ducks. At the ends, Azir Bellamy and J.J. Diaz-Burgos. At the tackles, Bruce McCauley, Brendan Thomas. The backers, Evan Vander Burkham and David Johnston. Inside backers, R.J. Carter and Isaiah Melton. The free safety is Noah Normant, and the corners are Anai, Bernie Green, and Chase Bellin.
Laurel coming out in a balanced formation with one back. Fullback is really tight in there.
And that's Wilson again. And he's going to pick up, looks like about 4 yards for a Laurel first down.
Yeah, I mean, his stance is interesting.
It is. I don't know how he gets out of it.
And we certainly have a hard time for the linebackers to actually even see him.
Mm-hmm. Shockley takes the play in from the side. Joey Jones, former quarterback at Salisbury University. He's from the Baltimore area and now resides here in Sussex County.
They're fortunate to have him here in Laurel, man. What a great job he's done.
He used to be the baseball coach, but now just a football coach. 1st and 10 for the Laurel Bulldogs. Ball at the Odessa 42, so they're in plus yardage. Motion, and it's going to be speed sweep with Limehouse. He cuts it in, breaks a tackle, and then he gets grabbed by a group of are they a group? What are Ducks? A flock?
I would say a flock.
Well, there's a whole bunch of them over there making the tackle.
Yep.
Gain 5 for Limehouse. Second, call a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, just speed sweep there, and if you're Odessa, you know that's coming with that motion. You've got to get penetration there to blow that up, and they came close. Limehouse did a nice job there turning that upfield.
Lee split wide to the right. Number 12, Nair Farlow wide to the other side. Double wing, motion comes.
Same play the other way.
It's going to be Kylese Wilson again, cuts it up. And he's going to pick up about 3 on the play.
And Laurel's going to be perfectly fine with this. 3, 7.
Right.
Knocking them back.
Wilson, he's had one 200-yard game this year, and then another one close to 200 yards.
Yeah, and he's at about 20 right now.
Right. So 3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs. And, we talked about it in the pregame, watching Shockley throw.
Yeah.
He can throw the ball.
Yes,
he's just not going to need to this year.
No. And sometimes, depending on who you're going to play as time goes on, you just don't want to show anybody anything.
And there's a pitch to Wilson. He's going to take it out to about the 20-yard line for a gain of 12. So first in the – go ahead. I'm sorry, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking at 30 yards. Where'd they start this? Just outside the 50.
Right.
He's had most of the yards besides Limehouse with a few.
And checking into the game, number 7, Tyron Kane. First and 10 for the Dogs. Ball at the 21. Shockley also has put on some size this year.
Yeah.
Deep motion with Limehouse. Hand off to Wilson. Hit spins. He's going to pick up a couple.
And there's what we talked about earlier. You know, Odessa they're tough up front. I mean, they're getting some good punch up there. They're holding their position. They're not getting blown off the ball.
Right. Talked about Hearn earlier. He calls the line calls. He's also was their 220-pound wrestler last year, Braden Hearn. His father is the defensive coordinator.
And Benny, you and I, you know, we're preferential to
yes,
wrestlers.
Absolutely.
We like to have them. You know, you like to have them on any other team that you have.
2nd and 8. Limehouse goes in motion. It's going to be another handoff to a big hole there for Wilson. Takes a hit, turns, spins, and takes it down inside. Looks like the 10-yard line to about the 6 for another Laurel first down.
The D lineman there did a nice job getting off the block. You just can't tackle Wilson by his right foot. You're going to have to get more than that.
First and goal for the Bulldogs at the 6-yard line.
Same formation. They've been coming out in this double slot.
You know eventually that pitch is coming on that sweep. And there's going to be whistles on the play.
Yeah, that's going to be a false start. There was a little something different we saw there. Oh, wow.
Offsides defense, so they're going to move it half the distance. So that's going to take the ball down to about the 2-yard line. Still first and goal. Approaching 7 minutes here to play in the first quarter. No score yet. Laurel's first drive of the game.
5-minute drive, 50 yards, knocking on the door. It's a good way to start your homecoming.
First and goal from the, call it the 3-yard line.
I'm guessing we see Wilson here.
I would think. And it is. It's Wilson steps out of another tackle, and he's going to lose yards on this one.
And there it is, Benny. That's what they need to do. You know, Laurel tightened their splits up down there on the goal line, and Odessa did a nice job.
Bernie Green with the tackle for the Ducks. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looks like from the 9-yard line. I heard some discussion before the game of when they were going to deflate the Bulldog down there, and apparently they're going to use it for the homecoming courts. That's why we still see the big dog.
Good idea.
Yeah, the big dog down in the corner.
You cannot forget the homecoming courts.
That's right. 2nd and goal from the 9. Limehouse goes in motion.
There
There's the toss we thought we'd see. He's got a blocker in front of him. That's Wilson, but there's going to be a flag on the play.
Yeah.
That's usually a hold or a block in the back.
Yeah, that's going to be a hold out there, and it's just that's one of those things. Coaches thinking, no need for it.
Right. There's
a lot of real estate out there. Let him make his move. Let him get there. No need for it.
So Joey Jones' team marches down inside to the 3-yard line, and now they're marching backwards.
And really uncharacteristic for them. But what you can tell, what I like about it is nobody's pointing at each other.
Right.
Nobody's arguing. They're back in the huddle. They're going to run the next play. It's still 2nd down.
Here's something you don't say much. 2nd and goal from the 16.
2nd and goal from the 16, and I think Laurel likes their chances.
Right. Let's see if Shockley throws the ball here. Same formation, split wide to the right and left. Here comes motion with Wilson. It's going to be the toss to Wilson, and he spins off one tackle, and he's not going to get much there. I think he may have even lost a yard.
Ethan Van Berkom there, number 4, did his job. He maintained outside leverage and strung that play out to the outside. He didn't make the tackle, but he didn't need to. He needed to set that edge there, push that guy to the sidelines, and let his teammates help him.
Loss of 1 on the play. Actually, now a loss of 2 as the referee steps back one more. 3rd and goal from the 18. So like we said, they marched down to the 3, and now the truck's backing up.
Truck's backing up. This is where you wonder, like, you haven't seen them throw it that much. You wonder, do they have a screen package?
Right. And you get, this is a pretty good secondary here. Like I said, 6 or 7 interceptions among them. They're still split to both sides.
Yep.
Wilson in the background, motion, fakes the toss, rolls to the right, avoids a tackler. He does not avoid a tackler. That's a sack. Number 22 on the tackle.
Isaiah Melton on the tackle, Benny, and he's a freshman.
Right, a big freshman.
That is a good-looking freshman there, and again, Odessa up front. They're pretty good up front.
That moves the ball back to the 25, and we're going to try a field goal here. We're going to attempt a 43-yard field goal.
A lefty and a lefty kicker.
So Ross Perez kick is up, and I think they may have got a hand on that. Maybe not. He kicks it down into the end zone.
He gets it off.
It's going to be a turnover and downs, and we're going to see the Odessa Ducks offense here in a minute. 3:47 to play here in the first quarter. They did everything right to get down the field, and then
they sure did, Benny. They started off with 8 yards on their first play. They were really in good shape until they got in the red zone there.
So 1st and 10 for the Ducks. Let's set the offense for the Ducks. At the tackles, Nate Devonshire and Jeremiah Green. The guards, Cole Fry and Xavier Bratton. The center, Bruce McCauley. At the tight end, Ethan Van Berkom. The quarterback, J.C. Alley. Fullback, Azir Bellamy. Halfback, Jabari McBean. Halfback, Chase Bellin. And the wide receiver, Jalen Lingham.
So we'll see here, and I think Odessa's got the same mission. They're going to try to get some first downs running the ball. They take a drive, take some time off the clock. Are we starting out? Oh, wait a second here.
Trips
starting
to the
out
far
with
side.
Trips out there, Benny. I don't know that I saw this
in
the film I watched.
Alley takes the shotgun snap, throws out a little bubble screen, but there's Laurel guys all over that. Well, he breaks the tackle, steps out of another one down the sideline. He's going to pick up about 8 or 9 on the play.
Heads up, chain guys.
Right. Laurel had the numbers out there, just didn't make the tackle. Let's set the Laurel defense at the ends. Keyshawn Copes, Demontre Smith tackles Owen Chaffinch and Braden Hearn. Outside backers Elijah Niblett and Xavier Limehouse. Inside backers Roy Scott and Evan Collins. Free safeties Caden Shockley. In your corners, Nair Farlow and Brady Lee. So a gain of 9 on the play.
That's a great first play for them. And it takes some guts to throw the ball on first down on the first play of the game against the defending state champs.
Right. 2nd and 1. Now they go back to
Laurel's in an even front here.
And it's a handoff to number 24, Bellamy, and he's got enough for the first down. He's going to pick up about 5 on the play.
Yeah, and, Odessa's trying to get that. They're trying to spread him out and get that extra guy out of the box.
1st and 10 for the Ducks. Ball at their own 38. Beautiful October afternoon to play some football.
Absolutely.
I like across the, if you look in the left end zone, the people that are in their backyard watching.
Why not? You can tailgate in your own backyard. No rules over there.
1st and 10 for the Ducks. Motion comes to the near side. Speed sweep with number 1, McBean. And on the tackle, I think that was Limehouse.
Laurel had penetration there, but McBean outran it, got his shoulders upfield, and made something out of it.
Picks up 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
And they certainly count on Limehouse to do a lot for them.
They do. He plays both sides of the ball. You see more of that in the Class A.
Yes.
A little bit in the Double A. Single A, a lot of these teams starting to go to offense and defense.
And really, when you think about it, Benny, at that level, it also is a matter of practice time and reps, too.
Mm-hmm. 2nd and 7 for the Ducks. Slot here on the near side. He goes in motion. That's number 5, Berlin. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. I think his own man hit him. Laurel pushed one of the offensive linemen back into Berlin. No gain on the play.
Evan Collins stuffing it up in there in the middle. Made a nice play there.
He is a hard-nosed player.
He really is, and he ain't that big.
No, he's not a very big kid.
Laurel fans getting hype for 3rd down here.
After this play, I have a story about Evans. Yep, trying to get their defense going. 3rd and 7 for the Ducks.
Double slot with the back up to the
Here
wide
comes Evans
side.
again. And
Throwback screen.
To Van Burkham.
Ooh, nice play.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Nice tackle by Roy Scott in there.
Early in the year when I was getting some pictures for some of the covers we do on the YouTube, and I was trying to get Evans to do some poses, and I said, give me your sack celebration. He goes, I don't have one. I just tackle.
I like that,
right.
Benny. I like that.
He couldn't even fake it. It was great. He goes, I don't have one. Back deep is Wilson. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. That went by awful fast.
That really did. You got to like that.
So, folks, at the end of the first quarter, it's Laurel 0, Odessa 0. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
For over 15 years, our company has been building homes in Sussex County, Delaware. We offer a completely comprehensive program for our customers that makes building a new home enjoyable. At Capstone Homes, we have access to lots in our amazing communities or through our realtor partners. Visit with our team of professionals for a completely comprehensive experience. We can handle absolutely every part of building a new home for you and your family. Create your new home. Create a Capstone home.
And welcome back to Schallenberger Field here at Laurel High School. No score at the end of the first quarter. I kind of thought that the Ducks could make things interesting early. I didn't think this interesting. I didn't think they would shut them down. But, Laurel went on a long drive, ate up a lot of clock, and now Odessa's doing the same.
Yeah, I agree with you, Benny. I mean, I feel like we talked about at the beginning, Laurel's a team to beat until proven otherwise.
Right.
But obviously by going 0-0 into the second quarter, Odessa has made some gains since last year. And remember, no seniors on the team.
Right, no seniors on this team. We'll see what happens when they realign. I just have a feeling Odessa might end up in Double A. But it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Timeout.
Laurel.
And mostly what Coach, the D coordinator here is going to say is, don't jump, boys.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
I don't think Odessa has any intention of running a play here.
Right.
I could be wrong.
John Busby texted me, it's a group of ducks on the ground. Is a bevy of ducks.
Oh.
Brood of them are ducklings. So a little thank you, John McNesby of the.
Oh, so, okay. So I've heard brood used before. That's interesting. A bevy on the ground.
Right.
What if they're flying?
I don't know.
Well, maybe he'll text us and let us know. I don't know if they fly in, like, flocks like geese do. They must.
I've seen them at the beach, across the pond. Here we go talking about ducks. So now they're going to punt. So it made Laurel use a timeout. That could be key in a 0-0 game, Dave.
Yeah, no question.
Snap is good, and he's going to get it off. It's a low kick. And Wilson's going to pick it up at his own 32-yard line. And, he didn't want to go that way. I tell you what, they do whatever it is. They gang tackle. There's no doubt about that.
Yes, there is no question. That was excellent punt coverage, and then it's an effective punt. You know, and especially in high school, you may not have a kid who can boom it and get the hang time and all that stuff.
So 1st and 10 for the Laurel Bulldogs, their second possession of the game. Folks, if you listen to John Busby and Marty Sheehan, they have down. If you listen to the Delaware Football podcast,
You know, somebody was talking about last night. Yes, I was in the stands with somebody who was talking about.
It usually
that
drops
last
around
night.
noon on Sunday. I would, at some point now I'm waiting for it. They do a good job. The Delaware High School Football Pod. And Shockley with the fake. A little keeper, a little option type play.
Yeah, it looks like they loaded that option like he was going the whole way. The end definitely feathered out there, and it opened right up for him.
They give you a little bit of a veer look with this offense.
Yes.
So 2nd and short here for the Bulldogs. Shockley under center. Motion comes to the near side. Same play. He's going to follow his blocker. And he's going to take it down to about the 45-yard line for a gain of 9.
And, Benny, that is a running back coming at you.
You know who he reminds me of is Dan Kendra, played for Florida State.
Yes.
Big, strong quarterback. Looks like a fullback.
Reminds me of not quite as tall, but Pettigrew when he was at Sussex Central, too.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Motion comes to the near side. I think we're going to see it again. Yes, we are. And that was number 55 driving a lineman back. Number 55, Bruce McCauley. He just drove the lineman back into Shockley. Shockley still picks up 2 on the play.
Yeah, and Odessa's finally starting to sniff that out. And that looks like a new wrinkle, that Odessa probably didn't get a bunch of reps on.
They ran it quite a bit in the championship game last year, and Shockley had a big. Although they were running a little further wide, giving it more of an option look last year. This year, a little bit of a quarterback. He follows his fullback up the middle. 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs. They're in plus territory at the Odessa. Call it the 47-yard line. Correction, 42-yard line. Brady Lee split wide to the right.
Little change, little audible there, maybe at the line.
And he didn't even wait to fake it this time. He saw the hole,
Yeah.
and I think he's close to the first down.
They certainly see something they like there, and they're getting a hat on a hat, and they've got numbers in the box there.
Yeah, he didn't even wait for the fake that time. He saw something big and took it. Third and 1 for the Dogs.
Ducks band
they don't sit down. They play, man. Yeah. They brought a nice little crowd.
Wow.
Quarterback sneak with Shockley.
And Benny, that was one of those quarterback sneaks where the only ones in on it were him in the center.
Right.
That was the little, I'm going to give you a little pat right
No
here,
sound,
and you're going to snap the ball. Because his other lineman barely came off the ball. He was 4 yards down the field.
1st and 10 at the Ducks 30. They've been here before, unable to score on their first possession. Holding penalty, pre-snap penalties, all kinds of things. Got sacked. Everything blew up in their face on that first series.
Yeah, but you can tell this is a team that's been there. They're very workmanlike. They don't seem worried.
Same play. And Shockley's looking to get the edge, and he's going to take it down to about the 16-yard line for another Laurel first down.
Wilson was tackled there, would have been tackled for a loss. The only problem is he didn't have the
On
ball.
The ball, right. Shockley takes it down to about the 17-yard line, gain of 13 on the play.
Excellent leadership being shown here by the senior quarterback.
1st and 10. Ball at the Odessa 17-yard line.
Laurel in double slot.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Shockley takes it down to about the 5.
He's torturing them with with that ride in there, Benny. He is torturing them.
Pickup of 12 on the play. And the Ducks, they're going to take a timeout and try to figure out what's going on. Hey, we're going to go ahead and take one with them. Your score, none right now. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
In life, some things just go together. Like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Juwan Johnson and find out how you could start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right.
And welcome back to Laurel. Dave, put your defensive coordinator hat on. They've run the same play at you 8 times in a row. How do you stop that?
Well, you make your mind up that you're going to assume that the quarterback's going to keep it. The problem is they're going to run something off of it.
Right.
Laurel's really got Odessa in a bind here.
Ball at the 6, 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. This is the second time they've been in 1st and goal. And again, same play, and they stuffed it up.
And there they go.
Loss on the play.
They shut down A-gap there, which is where you need the penetration to stop that. 2nd and goal from the 7, and this is exactly what happened in the first quarter. Went down, got to the 3, and then negative yardage, holding penalty, sack. Yeah, and I look for Laurel to get into something maybe different here. Like if you get penetration on plays that have those mesh points, if you can push them off their mesh points, you can really disrupt the play. Laurel's splits are really tight down there right now.
Wilson goes in motion, pitch to Wilson. He's able to run out of an arm tackle, puts his head down near the goal line.
I think he's in, Benny.
Touchdown, Laurel. Seven-yard touchdown run for Wilson.
And there's a kid that's probably going to be up for all state consideration this year. Did a great job avoiding that first tackle because certainly Ramon Carter was in a position to tackle him for a loss.
Right. He just pretty much just ran away from him.
Yes, he did.
On the kick, number 97, Mike Gonzalez Perez. Low snap, gets the hold down, kick is up, and it's good. So with 7:21 to play here in the first half, it's the Laurel Bulldogs 7, the Odessa Ducks 0. We'll be right back after this timeout.
Congratulations, Dover Federal, on 60 years in business in Delaware. You've been by our side since our doors opened.
Thank you so much for giving me a call on so many years ago when I had no credit.
You helped our business grow into what it is today.
As a military family, thank you for supporting the financial needs of servicemen and their loved ones.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Congratulations.
And welcome back to Laurel. The cheerleaders and the alumni cheerleaders are throwing T-shirts into the crowd. Haven't quite got one this high. Like I said to Dave, had to bring the alumni softball team out to get the shirt up here.
Yeah, they may have some two-sport athletes out there. There's a southpaw that whipped one.
Right.
That is a lot of alumni cheerleaders.
It is.
There's about 50 total cheerleaders out
How
here.
about that? Bringing them back. That's what you get in small towns.
Yes, you got to love it.
7:21 to play. Laurel with a 7-0 lead, and they kick it away. High kick. And takes it at Bumbles, but number 21 pick ends up getting it. That's Lingham. And there's just too many Laurel Bulldogs down there by the time he gets it.
He did a nice job just holding on to that one.
So 1st and 10, second possession for the Ducks.
Odessa needs to pick up where they left off. They're going to have to mix it up. They're going to have to try to spread them out and throw it a little bit. And they need to get a couple of first downs here so they can stay in this game.
Ball on their own 20, call it the 7. Want to thank Kevin Wamsley, athletic director here at Laurel, for getting us set up today and hooked up to the internet, and always a good place to come. Even had the IT guy here today, a couple of them.
Yeah, no, IT guy here.
Here's that formation we saw on the first play of the game, the bunch here to the right. And he's going to fake the bubble screen and try to keep it. Nothing there.
Everything covered. 4 had a little bit of room, but there was no chance of the quarterback getting him the ball there.
Loss of 3 on the play.
3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13 for the Ducks.
I can smell the grill going down there.
Yeah, I saw somebody walk by with a full pizza. I was hoping I would get over here and they might have some breakfast sandwiches or something like that.
Ball on the 24, 2nd and 13 for Odessa. They trail 7-0. Showing blitz is evident, and he's coming.
Yes, indeed.
Toss out to number 5. That's Belen. And he may have got a yard on the play.
Great job them stringing that out there. Great job by the Laurel defense.
Got an update on the Ducks from John Busby. Flock is flying. I didn't think any of the Odessa players would be in the air, so I didn't include that. Thank you, John Busby, for clearing up our questions on Ducks.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get Bevy in somewhere later in this broadcast.
Right.
If I can.
Right. He's Busby's son is the goalie for the number 1 ranked Appoquinimink soccer team.
Oh, that's impressive.
3rd and 12. Shotgun slot to the near side. Number 4, Ethan McBurkham, goes in motion. Oh, he just throws that up to Van Burkham, and Xavier Limehouse just unloads on that.
Yeah, you can't leave a pass in the air that long that's only going 10 yards.
Right. So a gain of 2 on the play. And it's going to bring up a 4th down, and on comes the punt team for the Ducks. Back deep, Kylese Wilson. I watched him against Tech. He had 2 big punt returns against Tech. One was a touchdown call back, and then the other was an 80-yard return. He's standing toes on the 45. Low snap and whistles.
Got to be careful with those low snaps that your punter's knee doesn't touch the ground.
That's going to be an offsides on Laurel. Lightly penalized game. Only 3 penalties so far, Dave.
That's always a plus, Benny.
Right.
It's better off if we don't even know who's officiating the game.
That's right. Good snap, and he's going to get it off. Floats it down to about the 35. Wilson
great field.
Catches it in open field, makes a move. He's out to about the 45, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 48. 1st and 10 for the Dogs. I think Joey Jones, he wants to get one more score here before the half.
Yeah, he needs to get one more score here before the half in order to feel good about what his expectations are for this game. That was a great over-the-shoulder field by Wilson.
So 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Ball at their own 49-yard line. A lot of red out here today. Big Laurel crowd has shown out. We'll have a 20-minute halftime, folks, as it is homecoming. We'll try to get some of the band and some of the homecoming court if we can, but we do have to do our halftime stats, pay some bills. It's going to be tossed to number 7, Kane. And he's got the edge. He's down the sideline. Does he have the juice? No, he's run out of bounds inside the 20. He was getting ready to kick it in gear, Dave.
Yes, he was. That kid, when he turned the corner, he had some legitimate speed there, Benny. And it was a good job by the Odessa secondary to catch up to him and push him out of bounds.
It's a 29-yard gain for Kane. It looked like he was going to turn the afterburners on, and somebody got an angle and ran him out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the 22. 4:04 to play here in the first half. Limehouse comes in motion. It's going to be a little counter to Wilson. And he's going to pick up maybe a yard on the play. 2nd and 9.
Good job up front by Odessa. I mean, Odessa is showing some signs of being a really good football team.
Right.
They're very disciplined up front. Their defensive line does a nice job.
2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. The homecoming court come down to the track, get ready for the halftime festivities. And like I said, this is an all-weekend thing here in Laurel.
High pressure, homecoming court.
2nd and 9. That's like Scotton in the backfield now. And there's your first pass of the game, incomplete. Little pop pass, little look in.
Yeah, it looks like there was a little bit of a miscommunication there.
Stops the clock with 3:09 to play here in the first half. As we talked before the game, I was talking to Joey Jones, and he says, as a coach, homecoming is like it's one of the worst games because it's it's not a lot about football.
Halftime.
Tons of distractions.
Who's going to the dance with who?
Right.
Did you have to make a sign this week and post it on social media just to get a date?
Right.
It's a lot. That's a lot. That's a
lot of pressure for a high school kid.
It really is. I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. I probably would have opted out.
And it looks like we have a timeout for a player. Looks like they're on the sideline. He's getting sick. And that's number 31, J.J. Diaz-Berger. It's warm out here. It's, 69 degrees.
That's warm.
For October.
No question about it. And Odessa, like Laurel, got some people going both ways.
That's right. Have to find out what they fed this team for breakfast. May not be agreeing with some of them.
Double slot again.
Come to Limehouse. Pitch to Limehouse. And he's got the blockers in front of him. He's inside the 10 to the 5. And touchdown, Xavier Limehouse, no flags.
Limehouse did a great job of letting his blockers set that up for him. He was not in a hurry. Yes, he was. He was very patient, tiptoed his way down the sidelines there. He basically was untouched. Great job blocking, too.
21-yard touchdown run for Xavier Limehouse. And Laurel up 13-0. Gonzalez Perez on for the extra point. Good snap, holds down, kicks up. It's good. With 3:01 to play here in the first half. It's the Laurel Bulldogs 14, the Odessa Ducks 0. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
And welcome back. You're watching Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell, with me, Dave Frederick. Trey Mitchell up top with the camera. We're running a short crew here today, but we're bringing you some high school football.
Great day to be here, Benny. And if you're Odessa right now, you need to get some first downs. You can't give Laurel the ball back.
No. 3:01 to play here. Gonzalez Perez to kick it away. He kicks it high to the sideline. And nice, fair. You can't run with it, though. Fair catch called by number 20, Noah Norman.
Great job by 20 there to have the wherewithal to call for the fair catch.
That's good coaching, yeah.
Yes, it is, because that is a really tough position to be in if you're not ready for it.
He's probably lucky he didn't get called for a penalty there because you're not allowed to take off afterwards.
I agree. They're talking about it. And
They're
they're
just gonna say first down.
Forget it.
I think he fair caught it, caught the ball, and looked like nobody's here.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a lot of red guys here right now. 1st and 10 from their own 40. Special teams, a lot of, I won't say a lot, some coaches don't realize it's 1/3 of the game.
It is 1/3 of the game, and like Laurel realizes it. I can tell you why, because number 55 is on the kickoff team.
Right. 1st and 10 for the Ducks. Slot to the far boss, actually slot to both sides. Motion comes back to our near side, and we're going to have whistles. And everybody's just kind of looking at one another.
Yeah. Maybe they weren't ready. Nobody told them to go yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
know that signal.
Same.
But they're not marking anything off. The ball hasn't moved.
It looked like he was signaling for a half Nelson.
Right.
So I guess they didn't blow the game on.
I don't know what that was. I'll have to Google referee signals. But there was no mark off.
No.
And now the Laurel coaching staff
had a few questions.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. 1st and 10 again.
Slot into the boundary here.
And up the middle. Oh, I don't know. Just keep an eye on that. Who made that hit? Evan Collins.
Yeah, how about it?
24 on the carry. That's Bellamy. Gets a gain of 1.
Benny, I'm going to guess he weighs about 150 pounds.
Yeah, he's not very big. But, I've noticed a couple times where they show blitz, and he's able to stop at the line, pause, and still picks up the same gait when he takes off again.
Yeah, and that's a mentality, too. Not only do you have to have the ability to play like that, you got to have the mentality.
2nd and 9 for the Ducks. And they're going to go slot to both sides. Bellamy next to Alley in the backfield. Shotgun formation. And here comes Collins again. Well, actually, no, that's number 1, Scotton.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but that's Evan Collins batting it away. Looked like a volleyball player there. Just got swatted away.
Great job by Scott in putting pressure there. And if you're a right-handed quarterback, you can't be moving backwards to your left.
Right, trying to throw. Right.
Yeah, it's just not going to work. And we're at 2 minutes with the clock not moving, and you're in 3rd and 9.
Third and 9 for the Ducks. And it looks like the cheerleaders have left and the alumni is taking over here, Dave.
Well, the cheerleaders are probably getting ready for
halftime, right?
But this group looks like they can carry on.
That's right.
Looks like a lot of Facebook pictures are going to be posted later.
Oh, he's under pressure. Slips and falls. We'll give the credit sack to DeMontre Smith. And Hearn was back in there, and we're going to have a timeout. Laurel. So we'll stay right here. Here comes Hearn off the field. And yeah, we talked about it. They will bring pressure.
They'll bring pressure, and now the question is, do you show them your punt block or do you see what Wilson can do?
Right. Loss of 5 on the play. Minute 56 to play in the first half.
And when we talked about earlier, if you're Odessa, you don't want to be playing behind the sticks. You don't want to be in 3rd and 8.
No.
Now they're in 4th and 13.
Coming up at halftime, we'll have the Ace Handyman halftime stats. And there's one other game going on today. I think it's a 2 o'clock kickoff. Delmar and Sussex Tech, I believe.
That should be a good one.
Yep, homecoming for the Wildcats. But love this October weather. Of course, we're in Delaware, so give it maybe 2-3 hours and it could change.
Yeah, or drive back home to Rehoboth and
Right.
see what it feels like. I bet it's not this warm.
So the Ducks will punt it away. 2 receivers back this time, Limehouse and Wilson. That's the snap. I don't know. He may got a hand on that.
I was
Took a
gonna
funny
say-
spin. Oh, Limehouse says, give it to me. And there's going to be a flag on the play. That's probably going to be a hold.
That is, and the ball is on the ground as well. And that's one of where the guys rushing the punter there were probably like, they'll go back and look at that film and say, we could have blocked that.
Yes. It looked like the ball took a funny spin off his foot. That it may have gotten a little bit of it. So blocking the back by the Bulldogs. That's going to push them back, and we'll see if with a minute 44, if Joey Jones goes to the air with his fourth-year quarterback, Caden Shockley.
He could either go to the air or he could go to that option that's not really an option
Right.
where he just keeps it.
Yeah, if you look at that play, I mean, there's been nobody there to pitch it to.
No. No.
Penalty, the ball being placed at the 25-yard line. First down, Dog.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 25. They lead 14-0 with a minute 44 to play here in the first half. Laurel ranked number 1 in the state in Class A. Odessa ranked number 3.
And again, they're going to come out and double slot. But if I
Shotgun.
wondered, double slot with the shotgun, little pistol formation almost.
He's going to run it. And he's going to get about 9 again. Caden Shockley, he's like the 9-yard guy. He's got a bunch of 9-yard runs there.
And you know what? It's not flashy,
No.
but it is effective. And he's not really built like a quarterback.
No, he's built like a linebacker.
Yes, he is.
2nd and 1. Motion comes to the near side. Toss. And number 24.
Odessa was waiting on that.
Bellamy was waiting for it.
And Bellamy's had a good game. And there's a 2-platoon guy. He's their guy that's been running it between the tackles. And he's been making plays in Laurel's backfield. He's been in Laurel's backfield more than once tonight.
Right, loss of 2 on the play. Laurel with only 1 timeout left. Clock under a minute. Looks like Joey Jones may just want to regroup, take this 2-touchdown lead into the half, and
Yeah, he's not in a hurry to run a play here, it doesn't seem.
I think they're going to call a timeout. Definitely letting the clock run down. And he does. He calls a timeout with 33 seconds left, and we're going to take one with him, folks. Your score with 33 seconds left in the first half. The Laurel Bulldogs 14, the Odessa Ducks 0. We'll be right back.
I'm Chef Hari Cameron. At Grandpa Mac, pasta's our thing. We serve quality food fast that's not fast food. We make everything in-house and serve something for everyone. We're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Follow the noodle to Grandpa Mac.
At Ferris Home Improvements,
Oh, hey.
your family's comfort
I
and
didn't
safety
see you
is
there.
always our top priority.
If you call us for your roofing, windows and
Grandpa
doors,
Mac, we
siding,
have
decks,
something for
kitchen, and
everyone.
bathroom
Signature
needs, you can
pasta
expect
dishes,
health-screened
or you
craftsmen
can
who wear
custom
gloves
create
and
them
face
to order.
masks and
We
follow
serve
minimum
soups,
6-foot
salads,
distancing,
sandwiches,
virtual
craft
conferences
beer,
to
and
discuss
wine.
project
Grandpa Mac's been
details,
serving
job
comfort
quotes delivered
food here in
electronically
Southern
or
Delaware
brought
for
to
the
your
last
door
3
for your
years,
review and
making
approval,
over
and our
100
showrooms
pounds
in
of
Newark
fresh
and
pasta
Rehoboth
daily.
Beach remain
We have
open
a
for a limited
family-friendly-
appointment.
So coming off the Laurel timeout.
Laurel out of that shotgun and back in their base offense formation.
Yeah, that's going to be Shockley on the run. Just running people over.
He looked almost surprised he had that much real estate.
About 16 yards on the carry.
Benny, he's got to be up near 70 yards.
Yeah. And he's going to clock the ball. 26 seconds left here on 2nd down.
Now we've got a flag.
Illegal procedure.
Ball start against Laurel.
Guess somebody wasn't set when they clocked it.
That's a little bit of nitpicky to me, Benny.
Yeah, you're going to clock the ball.
Takes it back to the 44-yard line.
I think, look at the Laurel players. They're all looking at this guy, and they're like, really, man?
He's explaining it to them. And
yeah, and they're like, yeah, not feeling it.
So does that end the clocking the ball because the clock's running?
It must. He did. He wound the clock.
Okay.
He is not Laurel's friend today.
Yeah, the whole team was just looking at him. Like, drops back, looks down the left side, has Wilson incomplete. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Your score at the end of the first half. The Laurel Bulldogs 14, the Odessa Ducks 0. We'll be right back late halftime with some halftime stats. I'm Benny Mitchell, Dave Frederick, Trey Mitchell up top. Folks, enjoy the halftime. We'll run a couple commercials and we'll come back with some Laurel Band.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fan wear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now.
Melissa Ellis is part of 4 Acre Realty Company. She is licensed in both Delaware and Pennsylvania. Melissa knows that being personable and patient is a key to her success as a realtor. Helping both buyers and sellers understand current market values and conditions puts them in the best position when making an offer or pricing a home for sale. That kind of high-level professional communication and her skill at being a team player put Melissa's clients at ease, knowing she has their best interests at heart. Melissa is also an athlete herself, playing multiple sports so she understands what teamwork means. She is still involved in sports, whether it's sponsoring, coaching, or being team mom for her own 2 daughters' teams. What sets her apart is how grateful Melissa is for the trust of her clients. She never takes that trust for granted. She affords all people respect and honesty and works hard to be the support system clients need and deserve. Melissa Ellis, strong connections, strong service. High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined. and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue, from our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared, as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
We couldn't be more excited about having our show here held at the Buffalo Wild Wings and Christiana location here on Route 7, brand new location. They moved here from Limestone Road, and it's going to be the new home of 303 Sports Week. I'm going to recap some local, college, and professional stuff. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the day, top 5 plays. Here we go. Stanley, your number 1 play from AI, 76-yard punt return. We got ourselves the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch, whoa! Going up. He went to 4-12. He left the first there at 4-4. I mean, those ups right there. You can't make this stuff up.
We all know that choosing the right company for home preservation can be challenging. Your home is your castle, and only the best and most trusted will work, right? Of course. So why is Ace Handyman Services different and the right choice? We take great pride in our easy, no-hassle scheduling and communication process. You call, we answer, and we listen. Or take advantage of online booking 24/7. Once we understand your home needs, we schedule a craftsman to arrive at a convenient time for you. You then receive a pre-call the night before from your craftsman. On my way text notification so you know when to expect your craftsman to arrive. Regular updates on the progress of your job. Even follow-up prior to any warranty expiration dates. Easy, convenient, no surprises, ever. Our commitment is to treat your home, your family, your time, and your privacy with respect. Rest assured, you are always our top priority. Our multi-skilled craftsmen will complete the work on your home in a workmanlike manner. If we don't, we'll come back to make it right. It's what we do and have been since 1998. Simply put, we're different. Ace Handyman Services, bringing helpful to your home.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer.
And we're welcome back with the Ace Handyman Services halftime stats brought to you by Ace Handyman Services. Nick Peeler, he covers Southern Newcastle, Kent, and Sussex. 302-272-5049 for your fix-it-up needs. And Dave, we were saying before we went on air, we would think the score would be more lopsided than it is with these stats. Total for Odessa, 15, 12 passing, 3 rushing. Laurel, 162, all of it on the ground. No turnovers for either team. And I got a message from Marty Sheehan from the Delaware High School Football Pod that it was 42-0 last year at the half. The Ducks have arrived.
Yeah, I mean, their moral victories are overrated, but you do, like we talked about at the beginning, it's a measuring stick. And so, again, you come out in the half, build on their first drive that is basically where all their yards came.
Right.
And they looked like they were going to be able to move the ball a little bit on their first drive. They need to get back to that. They need to play to their strengths. And they have done a nice job defensively, particularly up front. And like you talked about at the beginning, they gang tackle.
Right. The individual stats for the day, J.C. Alley for Odessa, he's completed 3 of 5 for 12 yards. For Laurel, Caden Shockley's the leader right now, 12 carries, 71 yards. Kylie's Wilson, 9 carries for 37. He has a touchdown. And Xavier Limehouse, 3 carries for 25 yards. And he also has a touchdown.
Yeah, and the thing that sticks out there is Shockley's yardage.
Mm-hmm. And got the nice treat here. I love the 2 bases, the guitars out there on the field. And Laurel Band did a really good job. It shows what you can do with a small school. You can have a band.
You can have a band. And honestly, Benny, like, they got a tuba and I don't know, I think it's a French horn.
Right.
But that's 2 pieces of low brass, but, man, do they sound great.
Right. Again, your halftime stats brought to you by Ace Handyman Services. Give Nick Peeler a call. And normally, during a wrestling broadcast, 2 things that impress Scott Cameron, who does football and wrestling with me, is tattoos and mullets. And he would have been officially proud of the mullet for that homecoming king. I mean, that was well-groomed.
Yeah, now you take that mullet that's got a lot of time put in on
That's right.
that.
And he is your homecoming king. I believe Dunaway was his last name. Cody Dunaway. I did not catch the homecoming queen's name.
And he did not appear surprised that he won.
No, my man strutted up there.
Yeah, he looked like he knew that was coming.
So both teams back on the field for the half. No, interesting. We talked about Joey Jones being the quarterback at Salisbury University back in his day. Last year, before the championship game, St. Elizabeth had some guys that had played at Wesley, so they went and got a bunch of Wesley guys and broke down Laurel film.
Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't you?
He was, and Joey Jones says that's great Class A football that they would go to. He thought that was impressive. He says, the only thing is, Wesley didn't beat us because they out-schemed us. They beat us because they had better athletes when they beat us.
No question. And both of those schools with rich Division III football traditions.
And the current head coach of Dover, Chip Knapp,
was on that Wesley staff.
Right, he was a long-time defensive coordinator and then head coach for 3 years.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him a couple weeks ago, and we were kind of joking about, how you go from 30 years as a college coach to a local high school, and that's what happens when your school goes out of business.
Yeah, how about it? And Dover is very fortunate to
yes,
have
they
him.
are.
And they're sharp. They took a loss last night, but they're a good football team.
Yeah, if I'm Smyrna, I'm still not comfortable, playing them next week.
Agreed.
And it's going to be on a Saturday morning.
Yep, agreed. I had a chance to watch some 1AA football or FCS football last weekend in Macon, Georgia. I saw Mercer in Western Carolina.
All right.
Mercer's got a good team. I mean, fun to watch. Reminded me of Delaware, of that level of play. And a lot of Georgia people, a lot of Georgia kids on the roster.
Mm-hmm. And I think they go like 6 or 7 divisions in their high school football down in Georgia. It's huge.
Yeah.
I've been following Delaware. Of course, I have season tickets, and the Hens were on a hot streak. Went down to I almost went to the William and Mary game. Now I'm glad I didn't because then they'd go down there and losing. But their team. They're probably going to be a playoff team. They'll get it back together. And maybe they win out. They'll have Villanova at the end. Maybe get a couple home games. And that's something that hasn't happened to Delaware for quite some time.
No, and that should draw some interest, some student interest, and I think that's what they're trying to get back there.
The stadium has been packed the last couple games. And of course, one of them was Parents Weekend and Homecoming, I think next weekend. But I can't go. I got a 50-year Rehoboth Beach Police reunion to go to, and so Trey's taking the tickets, and who knows who he's taking with him.
Good for him.
Right. Do enjoy the atmosphere. It is great atmosphere, even when the Hens aren't playing well. You got the band, you got the crowd, you got the student section down in the end. It is a great atmosphere for college football.
Yeah, you got the tailgates. If you know a few people, you can make your way between 2 or 3 of them and steal a little food here and there.
That's right.
I'm heading to the Eagles-Dallas game tomorrow night.
All right. Here we go. Ready to start the second half. Perez to kick it away. And the 2 Odessa players standing at about the 20. And these Odessa numbers.
The ball popped out.
Comes out.
That's going to be, wow.
It gets out of bounds.
Wow.
That was number 16 on the return, Bernie Green. But he had a whole bunch of Bulldogs hanging on him.
Yes, he did.
Sometimes you try too hard, I think. You want to get that extra yard, and that extra yard ends up being a fist on the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Asante Laughlin punches it out of your stomach.
So 1st and 10 for the Ducks at their own 25. So defensively, over a year, the Ducks have improved. Let's see if their offense can improve and score their first ever points on the Bulldogs here today.
Yeah, Benny, if I'm Odessa, I'll take a first down.
Right. 1st and 10 for Odessa.
And they're coming out under center.
Here comes Collins on a blitz.
Counter.
And number 1, Scott, and stays and makes the tackle. That's number 1 on the carry, Bean. And he puts his head down for about 2 yards.
And this is what I saw these guys doing against Indian River. I saw them a lot under center and just running the ball. They had some push up front there. They'd probably like more than 3 yards, but they'll take it.
2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs. Wind to their back if they do need the throw. As you can see across the field, the flag's fully out. Wind blowing. The wind has changed directions a little bit, now blowing from left to right. Back to the pistol formation. Motion comes to the quarterback. Hand off to number 24. And that is Bellamy, and he's lost of about 2.
Owen Chafinch in there. Excellent job.
Making a loss of a yard is going to be 3rd and 9, and not the position you want to be in with the Laurel Bulldogs.
No, you don't. Because you know if you throw it, they're bringing more than you can block.
That's right. Shotgun formation. Bellamy to the right.
Collins is pretty happy about it.
It's like Laurel may change the defense up a little bit here.
Yeah, they're definitely.
Oh, the snap gets away from him. And Allie able. That's going to be Laurel ball.
That is going to be Laurel ball.
First turnover of the game. And I think Allie might be hurt.
Yeah.
I think he fell on the ball because he went to dive on it and then just laid there.
Looks like he's going to be at the 6-yard line. First down and goal to go for the Dogs. We do have a player hurt for Odessa on the field.
So a 25-yard loss on the snap. That goes, unfortunately, to Allie.
And those are the kinds of things you just can't do, Benny.
No.
You can't do that against Laurel. You just can't do it. You can't do it against anybody.
They make it tough enough on you.
Yeah.
you don't want to make it any easier for them. Folks, we're going to take a commercial timeout while this player's down. Still 14-0 in favor of the Dogs.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience.
I-5 Hospitality, founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Eggspectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. I-5 Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Looking to stay cool this summer?
At Barclay Heating and Air, we're dedicated to keeping your home comfortable year-round.
Family owned and operated, we provide trusted residential heating and cooling services to customers across central Delaware. Our experienced technicians offer reliable maintenance and repairs on all major brand HVAC systems. From air conditioners and ductless systems to heat pumps and furnaces, we also sell and install top quality units. No matter your needs, we're committed to getting the job done right with honest and timely service you can count on. Invested in our community, we're proud to help families in more ways than one, sponsoring and donating to many local programs and organizations throughout the area for dependable HVAC services. Give us a shout or a bark at Barclay Heating and Air.
And welcome back, quarterback J.C. Alley. Able to get up. He was down for a long time, and he's, I would say, described it as walking gingerly off the field. I didn't see where he got hit unless Limehouse landed on him.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like a lower extremity injury.
They brought the medical card over and then
turned it around.
Away. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 6-yard line. This is Patrick. Was that Bell? Or was that Limehouse?
I think.
That's Bell. No, 33. 23 Bell.
Nice job by Odessa up front there.
Mm-hmm.
Bell
Picks up about a yard. 2nd and goal from the 5.
Laurel's got to punch one in here.
Second and goal from the 5. And it's going to be, no, fake the bell. Shockley in, touchdown, Laurel.
That's been their best play today, Manny.
Yeah. 5-yard touchdown run by quarterback Caden Shockley. And he wears the big high shoulder pads, and
yes.
He likes to put them down and hit.
Yes, he does.
On the kick is Perez. I have to tell you, there has been a lot of good kickers in high school football this year.
Yes. And that's a tough thing to coach.
Right. And we're going to have whistles on the play. 2 weeks ago, Sussex Central Milford, Ibi Fajako was our pest of the game. 7 of 7 on extra points, and then 3 touchbacks. He kicked 3 through the end zone.
Yeah, and you know, you got to find a soccer guy if you can find him. Somebody that kicks the ball routinely and gets a lot of reps.
So offsides on the Ducks.
And, you know, when you're playing football, especially in summer camp, you see the kickers and the punters on the side.
Right,
They're not getting beat up.
Right.
There is a lot of pressure, though, you know.
And kick is up, and he drills it. 21-0 for the Dogs. Folks, we'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon.
Welcome back to Laurel, 21-0 for the Dogs. Turnovers can kill you, Dave.
Yeah, especially inside the 20-yard line.
First turnover of the game, and Laurel makes it count.
Yeah, and we're 2.5 minutes in, and Laurel is starting to turn the heat up.
And Perez will kick it away. This time the Ducks go back to the 15. As, you know, Laurel's been kicking short.
Number 20 is like, I feel like he's looking right at me.
Right. And he was.
Yes, he was.
It was a high kick. This time, he is going to fair catch it. That's a fair catch made by Noah Norman. And there we talked about 1/3 of the game. Obviously, that's something that, because, you know, a lot of teams have never covered that, and a lot of kids don't know you can fair catch a kickoff. So.
Yeah, and in those situations, when in doubt, fair catch it.
Right. Take the ball at the 30. 1st and 10 for the Ducks at the 26-yard line. Coming in at quarterback, number 12, MJ Kuzman. He's a sophomore, and he's a big body for a quarterback.
He is, and you saw him over there. We saw him over there warming up. He can throw it. Obviously, when you come in and you haven't taken a snap and you're playing the state champs, you're a little nervous.
Sure.
And they put him in the shotgun.
Slots to both sides. Bellamy to the left of the new quarterback, Kuzman. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, has to get his body turned, and just throws it up. Picked off by Scotton at the 27-yard line. And that's 2 straight turnovers on 2 straight plays for the Dogs.
Not the way you want to make your debut.
No. Rolling to your wrong side, and then throwing off the back foot. And not that I'm discrediting him. That's what he had to do because he was under some pressure.
No question.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 9:20 here to play in the 3rd quarter. 2 turnovers on 2 plays.
Laurel again coming out in their base offense.
And it's going to be Shockley again following Bell. And he's in for his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Jeez, man, I don't even know what you'd call that. There was barely even a fake there. I mean, that's a design run for him.
I think he
the way.
stopped faking because he's seeing the hole.
Yeah, that's design run for him all the way.
He's just waiting for Bell to get in there to be his blocker.
And we're not even 3 minutes into the second half here, and Laurel's put 2 on him. Which is what the good teams will do to you. They're patient. They didn't look panicked. They weren't pointing fingers. They weren't showing a lot of frustration. They just kept doing their thing.
Third quarter, best quarter of football. And it's good. 28-0 is your score. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout. Dogs in the lead at homecoming.
For over 15 years, our company has been building homes in Sussex County, Delaware. We offer a completely comprehensive program for our customers that makes building a new home enjoyable. At Capstone Homes, we have access to lots in our amazing communities or through our realtor partners. Visit with our team of professionals for a completely comprehensive experience. We can handle absolutely every part of building a new home for you and your family. Create your new home. Create a Capstone Home.
And welcome back to Schallenberger Field here at Laurel High School. The Dogs take a 28-0 lead, and I said when we did the picks, I kind of thought this game could be tight for a while, and then just the strength with Laurel would pull away, and that's the way it's starting to look right now.
Yeah.
And they're doing it more with defense than they are offense.
Yeah, they're really frustrated. And it's like you said, one of the keys to the game, don't get behind the sticks if you're Odessa. And they haven't necessarily been behind the sticks, but they have not been in many good down and distance situations today.
Still looking like a two-horse race in Class A with Laurel and St. Elizabeth. Although Seaford Blue Jays are coming in here next week. This is a deep kick. Gets over his head, lands about the 5, and rolls out of bounds. Best thing that could happen for Odessa there.
No question, but you can see the versatility of this kicker here.
Sure.
He's got
another good kicker, yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of a ball that coming off a left-footed kicker, that ball lands in between the hashes. It's tough to field.
28-0. Odessa gets another crack at it. But Seaford, they were on a roll and then had the loss to Indian River, a 1-point loss to Indian River. They won yesterday. They played First State Military Academy. So they're going to come in here with 1 loss, and it's been a long time since Seaford and Laurel met where there's only 1 loss between the two teams. So.
Yeah, and something there. It's just like you see with some of these scores. Some of them don't make sense. The Odessa beating Indian River 21-0.
Right.
Defensively, it makes sense because Odessa is pretty tough. But
man, that's going to be Bellamy on the carry.
I was impressed with Seaford, especially offensively, when we saw them early on.
Yeah, we had them week 1. And Levon, man, he has 200 game after 200-yard game.
Yes.
Well, he was, I believe, a state champ in the 200 meters.
Yeah, and he runs. He looks like Marshall Falk or Eric Dickerson or one of those
and we
guys.
had him at Colonel Richardson, and he was running away on guys with angles on him.
Yes.
2nd and 6 for the Ducks. And it looks like the two running backs ran into each other, so maybe some miscommunication on the play.
And that can happen with a second-string quarterback
That's
that comes in.
Bellamy on the carry, no gain on the play.
Also 1 on that play. 3rd down at about 8 for Odessa.
3rd and 7 here for the Ducks. And Laurel back to their 4-4. Oh, my.
Wow.
Collins got in there. He timed that just right.
Boy, oh, boy, that's vicious.
He timed that just right.
And, again, you're the defensive coordinator. You got this backup quarterback in. He's not going on 2. He's going on 1. And they did. They timed that cadence up, and – number 33, Collins, he has fun with it.
Yes,
man.
he does. Laurel sends 2 back deep. On the punt, number 7, Matt Keating. Only punting from 10 yards back.
Yeah.
Gets a floater off. It's going to be taken by Wilson. Fumbles it. Picks it back up at his own 36-yard line. And he is thrown to the ground by number 27, Ramon Carter.
Nice job by Carter there. He redeemed himself for a missed tackle earlier in the game.
He had him wrapped up high, but he had him wrapped up.
And they do a nice job tackling. Like, they're good at the fundamentals, especially defensively.
So the ball be at the 35, 1st and 10 for Laurel. So this is, at least in this half, this is the longest stretch of green they've had. 2 turnovers, give them big-time short fields.
Yeah, and Laurel's looking to take a drive here and put this game on a running clock.
Wilson goes in motion, then gets the handoff, cuts it back up the middle. That's a face mask.
Sure is.
And he's still on his feet.
Wilson straight up the gut. Couple penalty flags on the play.
It's a 20-yard gain for Wilson plus the penalty.
He powered through that.
Gain of about 20 on the play. We'll see that's a face mask against Odessa.
And that was that's a tackling high arm tackle face mask. You kind of get stuck in there. And
yep.
So it ends up being a 35-yard gain for Laurel.
Nice run by Wilson plus the penalty. It'll put the ball first down on the 32-yard line.
6:50 to play here. Well, Sean Larimer was trying to introduce me to somebody, but I couldn't.
Yeah, somebody from Archmere in an opening kickoff.
I think it was an ex-Laurel player from when they played Archmere in the state championship. So 1st and 10, ball at the 32. That game, Laurel recovered the opening kickoff in that game.
That must be the guy.
That's him, yeah.
He's here for homecoming.
That's right.
Everybody's here for homecoming, Benny.
Plus of 9 for Wilson. Yeah, Laurel kicked off, recovered the fumble on the opening kickoff, and that was a game they won 7-2 for a state title.
Wow, that's a win's a win.
That's right. And they in the tournament, they only scored 2 touchdowns. They beat Indian River 7-0, beat Archmere 7-2. They won a state title and scored 14 points in the tournament.
Amazing. And who was coaching that team?
That's Mike Norton. And this is going to be Limehouse breaking tackles, takes it down to about the 5.
Laurel's starting to feel it, Benny.
Right.
And there's a flag coming in late. It's going to be looks like the area of the dead ball unsportsmanlike variety.
The old 2.5-yard penalty now.
Wait to see what this flag is.
Dead ball.
Unsportsmanlike against Odessa.
Yep.
Unsportsmanlike against
It's just your frustration penalties.
Yeah.
You played a really strong first half, and now Laurel's coming out here and taking it to you in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And again, we're talking about a team with no seniors.
Yeah.
So, and in a situation like that, you lean on your senior leadership, but they're not there yet. I mean, they're only at school with 3 grades.
No, and you like kids with passion. You like kids that are mad when they're losing, and then
the dog showed up. Sorry.
To take that to the next level, you got to channel it in the right way. And yeah, there's the Laurel Bulldog.
A little late, but he's here. So went over and talked to the coach about something. I didn't see an ejection.
I did not see an ejection either.
But it's 1st and goal from the 4.
I just hope the officials, if they did do it, put it on the right form.
Right. Oh, my. You watched that too, huh?
I did watch some of those minutes, and
Limehouse again puts his head down.
I think he's in, Benny.
He
Yes,
is.
he
Touchdown. That's the second touchdown today for Xavier Limehouse. Four-yard run for Limehouse for a touchdown. So if we're talking that state championship game, this band came back from almost 40 years. That was 1986.
1986, wow. I can remember being at a state championship game with Archmere and Seaford.
Right. So we are at the running clock. Wait for the official to get it started.
5:35 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs 35.
There it is. There's the winding clock. 35-0 for the Dogs. And we'll just stay right here with it because it goes fast when you get on that running clock.
And this is what Laurel was expecting, I think.
I think so too.
Or, of themselves. I don't know that we were necessarily expecting. We thought it was a possibility, but Laurel certainly was.
Remember when I was coaching here one year, they thought it'd be great to have the team run out with a bulldog, an actual bulldog.
Oh.
The bulldog, not so much.
No, no.
He turned and started running players and cheerleaders off the field.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Who are you chasing?
Yeah, the Bulldogs can Scott, you know.
He's got a couple of them.
Yeah, and they're all different.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them he's got is pretty mean.
It was a great thought. It just wasn't well played. Maybe we should have practiced that. Kicks it high to the side of the field. Takes it at the hash at about the 15. And there's a dog right there to meet number 6, Christopher.
Blake Hudson with the tackle there. Excellent job.
And Odessa, there was a little push at the end. They want to know, hey,
where's our flag?
Where's our flag? Exactly. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Odessa at their own 24-yard line. And they're still looking for the first down in this game.
And we talked about the end of the first. It was 0-0 at the end of the first quarter, Benny. 14-0 at half. 21 points in the first 8 minutes of the third quarter.
Marty Sheehan messaged me. He went back and looked at the film. He said when J.C. Alley went to the turf and Limehouse was going down at the same time, they went inadvertently helmet to helmet, and that may have been.
Oh, that was the flag.
No, that's why Alley was hurt.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be -5. Because remember, they both were diving at the same time for the free ball.
And, hey, you see a helmet-to-helmet, a kid's down.
Right.
He's done.
Right. And I know Xavier Limehouse.
Yeah.
Helmet-to-helmet ain't going to bother him.
No. No, he's a tough kid.
He is.
And he's going to be looking to be in contention.
Yeah, he'll be tough in the middleweights this year.
Yeah.
There's going to be a toss to number 1, McBean. And Laurel just all over to Patrick Bell with the tackle.
Nothing going there. Laurel starting to feel it, taking this game over.
X-Man with that hit.
Loss of
about 4 yards.
Loss of 4 on the play.
Second down and 19.
Second and 19 for the Ducks. That was actually Xavier Limehouse on the tackle.
And he's had a nice game, Benny.
Yes. At the end of the game, of course, we're only in the third quarter right now.
Yeah.
We'll pick a Active Pest Solution Pest of the game and a Louis Pizza Player of the game.
Yeah.
And a couple guys in contention for that right now.
I would agree with you, Benny.
Second and 19 for the Ducks.
And they're behind the sticks.
And with a backup quarterback. Oh, here comes Collins again. And they're going to catch.
He made him jump.
They're going to catch him in the neutral zone.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So they'll get that 5 yards back on their penalty, but clock's still running. So 2nd and 14 for the Ducks.
They're going to be seeing 33 sneaking up there like that in their sleep tonight.
All week, yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Scott have been huge on the inside linebackers. And it's going to be a toss out to McBean and nowhere to go. And he's going to have a loss of about 3 on the play. Laurel just sniffing things out,
yeah,
man,
they
and
really are.
Just bringing pressure.
They really are. And that can happen with a backup quarterback. If you have them well scouted, you know based on the formation, they're running 2 or 3 different plays, and Laurel's all over it.
The ball only crossed midfield so far once in this game. That was a punt. Laurel ended up driving down, scoring. They got the long run plus the face mask and score. Laurel, defending state champs, and have not lost since I think they lost to Delmar in the last game of the season, and then won 3 playoff wins, and now they're looking for their 10th straight.
Yeah.
Back to the shotgun, and it's going to be Bellamy. He's got some running room. Cuts it back inside.
He went for about 15 there, and that's going to be their longest gain of the day, I think.
Odessa gets out about the 30-yard line.
So that's going to bring up a 4th and 5. And they're going to get right back on the ball and go for it.
Why not, Benny?
And that was 24 under center. But he only gets a yard. That's the end of the first quarter.
And they're going to turn it over on downs.
In plus territory. So we'll take a quick commercial while they flip the field. We'll be right back.
In life, some things just go together. Like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Juwan Johnson and find out how you could start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. In life, some things just go together.
And welcome back to Laurel High School. 4th quarter about to get underway. Referee trying to get Odessa back on the field so we can get the clock started.
Odessa does not appear to be in much of a hurry.
No. This is a tale of 2 halves here. Of course, all of it dominated by Laurel, but just a little more here in the second half. Like I said, Laurel outscoring their opponents 230 to 13 or something coming into this game.
Yeah. They do not appear to be ready to give up anything here today.
It's like getting some new players in on the offense here. And we wind the clock, and here we go. 4th quarter about to get underway. Somebody got a duck call over on the Odessa side.
Yeah.
It's going to be Kylie's Wilson, and he's going to pick up about 7 on the play. I just hope don't cause them start barking over here.
Yeah, I was going to say, they better be careful about blowing that thing over there by Trussum Pond.
2nd and 3 here for the Bulldogs. Ball on the 23.
Oh, there's a wrinkle, a little
Patrick
bit of
Bell,
veer action.
Yeah. And he's going to take it down to about the 16-yard line.
Reminds me a little bit of the old Georgia Tech offense right there.
It's a gain of 7 for Bell. And he is shaken up, but he's going to go right back in the game.
Yes, he is. That's one of those that coach
Bell
just kind of turned around and was like, you're okay.
Didn't play in the first half. And has had an impact here in the second half.
Yes, he has.
1st and 10 for Laurel. And it's going to be a toss to Wilson. And he takes it down to about the 10.
Wilson on the carry.
Gain of 7 on the play.
He's a tough runner, Benny.
Mm-hmm.
Just a workman.
First and a second and about 4. Ball on the 17.
Odessa's band still keeping it going.
Yeah. We enjoyed the Dover band last night across the way.
Oh man, you can get
They're
caught.
good.
You get caught watching them. They're their own show.
Shockley under center.
See a big hole there to his right.
And it's going to be the same play with Shockley taking it inside the 10. Down to about the 7-yard line. Gain of 3 for Shockley. First and goal for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 7. And we got to see they did try to throw the ball once unsuccessfully. That might be something they have to have in their back pocket for a championship win.
Yeah, no question. But maybe not.
Right. That's going to be a toss to 22. Limehouse, he's in.
Walks
Touchdown.
That's at least his second of the day.
I think it's his third now.
I do too.
7-yard touchdown run for Xavier Limehouse. And they go up 41-0. And on the kick is Perez.
Gonzalez Perez to attempt the extra point.
They do a nice job of getting that down.
That's 6 extra points for Perez. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
And welcome back. Clock running on to around 7 minutes. 42-0 for the Bulldogs. We'll take a quick commercial timeout. When the clock runs out, we'll come back with our active pest solution pest of the game and our Louis Pizza player of the game. And me and Dave already agreeing on one guy. Man, we just got to find a pest.
Ooh.
So Odessa brings the ball out to about the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Ducks. And Laurel making some mass substitutions here on defense.
Yeah. For sure, taking Collins out of the game. He's probably not super happy about it.
He just loves to tackle.
Yes.
He'll start tackling people in the parking lot on the way out.
Yeah. Wilson coming out.
Well deserved. Get a little break for about the next 6 minutes. And then go home and get ready for the dance. Homecoming here in Laurel. The Bulldogs are going to move to 6-0 on the season. Win 10 straight dating back to last year's first round of the playoffs.
And Laurel, they're locked in.
Mm-hmm. Rolls out and incomplete. It's his first second pass attempt. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Post-game stats will be brought to you by Ace Handyman. Nick Peeler up in Dover.
Got some of the starters over here on the bench.
Under 5 minutes to play.
Getting some congratulations from
72 degrees. It's just reverse of last night. Last night we were putting sweatshirts on in the second half. Now we're taking them off.
Yeah. A little hand back there.
I think it was Bellamy going to pick up about 3 on the play.
Going to bring up about 3rd and 6, 7.
And 4:20 to go. Odessa probably like to just get something positive out of this last series.
No question, and it's going to be tough.
I mean, they're going to be a playoff team. They've already won 3 games in the district, so they're in. They're a lock. Laurel also a lock.
Yeah. And how many get in 1A?
8. Laurel looking for that first seed, be home for the playoffs.
Yeah, and look, you don't want to travel from Newcastle County down here. You really don't.
The ball on the ground, and there's going to be a loss of 1. So that's going to bring up a 4th and call it 7.
4th down for the Ducks.
And on comes the punt team.
They're going to kick it away this time.
And the only problem with that is usually your special teams are your special teams.
Yes.
So you got to put those studs back on the field.
Yes, and there they are.
Because you'd have to take a timeout to redo the.
Yeah, no, you just can't do that. You don't sub up on special teams. Now maybe you fair catch it or you just let it hit the ground.
They go back with Limehouse and Wilson back deep. Under 3 minutes to play here in the game. Good snap, and the kick is off. I think that got a hand on it.
Definitely got a hand on it.
And it's going to go out of bounds. Laurel's ball at
the 50, right at the 50 it looks like.
Oh, no, he's moving. 48.
At the 48-yard line, Bulldogs will take over first down.
2:30 to play as Joey Jones now putting his second offensive unit together. Or maybe not. Yes, he turns away Shockley, tells him to have a seat. Congratulations, young man.
Yes, great game.
And now he's going to have to count, make sure he has 11.
And I'll tell you what, Manny, number 10 is entering the game here.
Yeah.
And
Colby Shockley.
I don't know. He's a lefty.
Right.
And he had a nice touch on the ball in warm-ups.
Looks like he might be the heir apparent in 2023. So mass substitutions on the offense for the Bulldogs, and it's going to be a toss to number 8, Tremaine Limehouse. Oh, he puts his head down, gets a few extra.
Yeah, nice run there by number 8. He let the defense feather out, and he put his foot in the ground and got upfield.
Limehouse, the older brother of Xavier.
5 yards on the carry to be second down and 5 from the 43-yard line.
Minute 15 to play. And they're going to victory formation.
Always a good place to be,
right.
Danny.
Best formation in football.
Yes.
Ball going to victory formation.
Looks like they're going to have to run one more, Benny.
It's 15 seconds as it ticks down.
No more plays to be run.
That's right, and Laurel's going to win their homecoming game. 10 straight victories for the Bulldogs.
Next week, 21st, Laurel will be
They're going to host Seaford next week for the Lions Club Trophy. And that's a final here. We're going to take a commercial timeout, folks, and come back with our two post-game winners. We'll be right back.
We all know that choosing the right company for home preservation can be challenging. Your home is your castle, and only the best and most trusted will work, right? Of course. So why is Ace Handyman Services different and the right choice? We take great pride in our easy, no-hassle scheduling and communication process. You call, we answer, and we listen. Or take advantage of online booking 24/7. Once we understand your home needs, we schedule a craftsman to arrive at a convenient time for you. You then receive a pre-call the night before from your craftsman. On my way text notification so you know when to expect your craftsman to arrive. Regular updates on the progress of your job. Even follow-up prior to any warranty expiration dates. Easy, convenient, no surprises, ever. Our commitment is to treat your home, your family, your time, and your privacy with respect. Rest assured, you are always our top priority. Our multi-skilled craftsmen will complete the work on your home in a workmanlike manner. If we don't, we'll come back to make it right. It's what we do and have been since 1998. Simply put, we're different. Ace Handyman Services, bringing helpful to your home.
And welcome back to Laurel, folks. Your final score, the Laurel Bulldogs 42, Odessa Ducks 0. And it's time for our post-game awards. And the first one is the Active Pest Solution Pest of the Game. Dave, who was our Pest of the Game?
Xavier Limehouse.
Number 22, Xavier Limehouse. I think he had 3 touchdowns. He rushed for about 50 yards, but he had a ton of tackles. He had a fumble recovery. He was all over the field for the Laurel Bulldogs. So Xavier Limehouse, Active Pest Solution, Pest of the Game. And our Louis Pizza Player of the Game has to go to the quarterback, number 6, Caden Shockley. I may be short on his number. I have him for 14 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown, but I thought he scored twice, and I may have just forgotten to write it down. But he changed the game.
Yeah.
You talk about that, Dave.
Well, when they were struggling a little bit just to get their offense going, and they came out with the package where he decided he was going to call his own number, and he called his own number about 6 times in a row and took him right down the field. Mm-hmm. And that play went, every time they called it, it went for positive yardage, and more often than not, it went for close to 10 yards.
Right, and he it started going from he stopped faking and just started seeing the hole and just waiting for his blocks to.
Yeah, it was just quarterback on, right through A-gap.
So number 6, Caden Shockley, is your player of the game, Louis Pizza Player of the Game. We will have his photo up, him and Xavier up on Twitter later today and on Facebook later. Ben Fulton was here today, our photographer for Delaware Live and 302 Sports. So check out the Facebook page later on, and he'll have some pictures. He takes great pictures, so he'll have them up later this week. Folks, that's a wrap. Next week, we'll be at the beach when the Cape and Lebanon Vikings, 4-2, host the Sussex Central Golden Knights, 5-1. And it's not an official rivalry, but it's a rivalry. Neither team wants to lose.
No question. It's a rivalry. And I'm having dinner with my cousin Mike tonight, and I'm sure it'll come up.
Right. That's absolutely. I mean, I expect a big crowd there next week. You know, the 2 schools are bordering districts. I mean, for Cape, it's to get in the playoffs possibly.
Yeah, and you know, for Cape, there's nothing to lose.
Right.
You're the underdog, you know, and Sussex Central is an established team, and, you know, you talk about them this season. Close game against Louisiana. Everybody was looking forward to the Dover Central and Sussex Central game, and they put 21 on Dover and didn't give up any scores.
I think so far Cape has beaten the teams they're supposed to beat. They've lost to the teams they're probably supposed to lose to. Now can they steal one?
Right, exactly.
Can they go out and steal one? That game will be Sodal pregame show will start at 6:35 with kickoff at 7. Obviously, we're on Saturdays, and there's talking about college football. I do want to get home and watch that Tennessee game. Take game day back in Tennessee twice in 3 weeks.
No doubt. It's good to see them back in it.
Right.
I still think I don't think they're going to have big trouble today.
That's it. That's a wrap for today's Downstate Game of the Week. A little bonus coverage here on a Saturday. For Trey Mitchell and Dave Frederick, I'm Benny Mitchell. Thank you for watching and have a safe, sports-filled weekend. From all of us here at Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports, good afternoon, Delaware sports fans.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our